When John and I wrote the book Exponential, we intentionally picked the first 4 words. It says this: you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, the story of Exponential really begins with Dave and myself and 2 other friends. And quite a few years back, we had this dream that we could take over Chicagoland and help as many people as possible find their way back to God. And so we had a map, divided it in 4 segments, 8 million people, 2 million apiece, and that was our strategy. We figured we could do it.
It was naive, but it was a strategy.
I actually thought it was possible.
And I remember taking that and then putting it on a napkin, kind of drawing a map of Chicago, and then putting circles all over Chicagoland representing different churches or sites that might be able to actually reach a whole city. But I took that napkin then with this dream on it and kind of folded it up and stuck it in my journal. And it stayed there for probably 4 years. Until I had breakfast with a guy named Larry. And I remember Larry sitting across the table from me, and he asked me this question. He said, "Dave, if you could do anything, what's the dream?" And at first I didn't say anything. And then he asked me again. He said, "No, if you could do anything, what's the dream?" And I remember for the first time, I'd never shown anybody else this, I pulled the napkin out of my journal and I showed it to him. I said, "Larry, if I could do anything, I would love to figure out how we could have a church that would continually reproduce, kind of exponentially, to reach an entire region, an entire city." And I showed it to him. And I'll never forget, he looked back at me and he said, "Dave, you can do that. You can do that."
That's what we want this book to be for you. We want to be able to look you in the eye through these pages and say, you can do it. Whether you're a small group leader or a college student, maybe a seminary student, someone who's thinking about church planting, or a pastor in an existing church, walk alongside us, learn from us how we went from really just a handful of friends to a reproducing church with 11 locations to a movement of churches worldwide. And let us say to you, like people have said to us, you can do it.